Good everyone, welcome to Pen Security. On today's content, we'll be talking about EtherChannel and STP because both of them goes hand in hand. So what is EtherChannel? EtherChannel in a network simply means combining multiple physical links into one logical link. What is the purpose, you might ask? So the purpose of combining these multiple physical links is to increase the bandwidth, whereas you want to make packets travel very fast. That is where you combine these links into one logical link, and also you're trying to set up a redundant network. So if one link should fail in that network architecture, then traffic will continue traveling in the other link. Then we're talking about the protocols, because EtherChannel, they have protocols. We have a PGP. PGP is found on Cisco devices. That is Cisco proprietary protocol. Then we have the LACP. So LACP is an industry standard, IEEE industry standard. It's version 802.3 AD. That is the protocol. Then STP. STP simply means spanning tree protocol. So what does it do? STP prevents loops by logically blocking redundant links. Let's say, for example, now you're talking about a spine leaf architecture, because that's a very good case study. With the spine leaf architecture, when you set up different links for redundant network, STP will come in place. It will block those different links because it wants to create a route where the packet will travel faster. That is where STP comes in place. So now you want to wonder, EtherChannel and STP. So why do they work hand in hand? So let's take it this way. EtherChannel appears as one link to STP. Then STP does not block any link inside the EtherChannel because why? Those links you've meshed together appears as one link. So this will now give you a high bandwidth, a loop free, and a redundant topology. That is why STP and EtherChannel, they work hand in hand. So I want to configure the network now so we can get a clear picture of what I'm talking about. So for the network I'm building, we'll just be using layer 2. We'll be using just layer 2 switch, and let's use this on 36. We're just using layer 3 switch, sorry, 3650, 3650. We have 2 switches. Then we have 2 layer 2 switch. So let's say we use 3 layer 2 switch, sorry, 3. So this 3 layer 2 switch we'll be using now, I will still explain what we'll be doing with it. So this layer 3 switches now, what we'll do is simply to give us so we'll add 2 PC1, PC2, and 1 printer. Let me just put it this way. So yeah, PC1, PC2, 1 printer. Then we also had Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Put this here and put this here. So let me take it up. I want to make it big so we can get a clear picture of what we're doing. So yes, so let me take this to the top. All right, so I think we're all good. So let's configure. So we'll just use automatic. So point to here, point to here, and point to here. Then this will point to here, point to here, and this will point to here. Then we'll have our EtherChannel. Sorry, let me delete this. I like setting my EtherChannel from, if you should notice, I like setting my EtherChannel from 20, 21, 22, 20, 21, and 22. So I like setting my EtherChannel from this port. I don't know why, but it's just something I think I'm obsessed with it. So I think, let me just put it this way. I think that's too big. So let's get it here. Let's put it here, and then let's just do it this way. You can notice it's a bit too big. So yeah, put it here. Then structure this. So now let's add a network to this. So we'll be setting 3 VLANs. We'll be setting 3 VLANs. So virtual VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and VLAN 100. So this, let's delete this. This will be a server. We don't want we delete this one. This will serve as servers. We want to configure servers there. So we just put 3 servers there. 2, 3. So these servers now, what they will do is just so successfully set our servers, our PC, and so now let's start configuring. So first thing first is we need to turn on these switches. Turn them on. Turn them on. Now it's turned on. So you just have to wait for it to come up. Then while waiting for it to come up, let's configure these routers, these switches. So configure terminal, host name will be, let's call it users switch. Then let's exit. So this is user switch. Then let's configure this. Enable configure terminal. So what are we going to call this? We'll call it host name will be admin switch. Exit. We've done that. Then this will be configure terminal. Enable configure terminal. Host name will be server switch. So now, since we've configured that, so we know, let's now go back to our multi-layer switch. You just have to enter exit. We'll be using 3 VLANs. So VLAN 10, we'll name it users. Exit. VLAN 20, we'll name admin. Exit. VLAN 100, we'll name servers. Exit. So right now we'll have 3 VLANs set up on this switch. So what we'll now do is we'll now configure IP address on the interfaces. So say interface VLAN 10 IP add, what IP address? 192.168.10.1 255.255.255.0. They will now add our IP address for DHCP Relay. IP address will be 192 192.168.100.10. So that's our IP address. Then we'll exit. Then we'll now go to interface VLAN 20. Then we'll enter the IP address. IP add, say 192.168.20.1, 255.255.255.0. Then we enter our IP address. Say IP address. You say 192.168.100.10. So remember, this our IP address will be the IP address of our server, our DHCP server. So after doing that, we say exit. Then the next one is we'll configure is our server IP address. We say interface VLAN 100. Then we set the IP address. So IP address will be IP add will be 192.168.100.1. I didn't have the subnet, so 255.255.255.0. Right, we've configured that. So after configuring that one, they want to see that these three interfaces are ports. So we want to port these three interfaces. So we just go with but let's check it. Let's check options. Well, let me just check here to see the interface. Okay. Preferences, show. Oh God. 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, and 3 will be trunk. So let me just go back and preferences, we'll turn it off. Yeah, we'll turn it off. So let's go. Let's exit. Let's say interface range GIG let's check again. Options, preferences, yes. Okay. So let's put it here, top it. Then let's check. GIG 1/0/1. Is that one? Yes, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. So say switch port mode trunk. So automatically we've trunked these 3 ports. These 3 ports, we've trunked them. So after doing that, let's exit. Then this interface here, this will be interface what we want to configure the EtherChannel now. So let's check. This will be 20. So it will be 20, I think it's 19. Hold on, let me just check from here. So it will be 20, 21, 22. So we'll come again and say interface range 20 to 22. So yes, 20 to 22. Then we'll say channel channel group 1 mode active. Then we'll now enter interface port channel 1. So the port channel here, port channel 1. Then we say switch port. Then we say switch port mode. Trunk. I think we've already created the port channel already. So yeah, I think we already created the port channel already. So I think it's already configured as trunk. Let's just exit. Then we've configured the interface for here. So let's go with the second switch. Let's close this and go with the second switch. So say CLI, just enter exit. So first of all, create the VLAN 10, name it users, exit, VLAN 20, name admin, exit. Now say VLAN 100, name servers. Yes, servers. We say do right. So exit this. We want to configure IP address. So say interface VLAN 10 IP add. Then we'll say 192.168.10.2 255.255.255.0. So if we click on enter, then we exit. So the reason I'm not configuring IP relay on this is because if I should configure IP relay on this other switch, so the network infrastructure will be overflooded, where we'll get a situation where both switch will want to toggle who would distribute DHCP. So that's why it's best to have the DHCP relay set on one, but it's not a problem. You can also see configure it here as well. That is not a problem, but I just feel like there's no point putting it, since we already have it on the first switch, we'll still get our IP address, but let us just put it there just in case. So let's go with interface and IP. So say IP helper address, we'll say 192.168.100.10. That's it. So go to interface VLAN 20 IP add. Say 192.168.20.2 255.255.255.0. Now say IP helper address is this. Then we'll exit. Now go to VLAN 100 IP add 192.168.100.2 255.255.255.0. 0. What is missing out? Come in. Exit. Okay, interface VLAN 100. I didn't enter the interface, so yeah, that's it. Then we'll write do right. So exit. Now I want to create a trunk. We want to trunk this whole interface from 1 to 3. We want to trunk it. So we'll say interface range GIG 1/0/1 to 3 switch port mode trunk. So we've trunk this port, right? All these ports, now we've trunked them. So after trunking that port, now we'll wait for it to come up, or we'll just exit. Then next thing we need to do now is we'll have to set up our EtherChannel. So our EtherChannel, remember, it starts from 20. If I should remember, let me post this here. So our EtherChannel is from 20, 21, 22. So we'll go with interface 20 to 22. Then we enter, we say channel group, one mode active. Then we'll say interface port channel 1 switch ports. So this interface trunked. Now, I don't know why this interface is not trunking. Let's check. Configure terminal. Then let's go with the interface port channel 1. Then we'll say switch port. Then we'll say switch port mode trunk. Oh, I think in trunk it's trunk now. Do right. So we've done do right. We've done do right. So let's just allow this IP routing. Though I know we're not routing anything, but let's just configure IP routing on both switches. Then let's do IP routing on both switches. So let's just close this and close this. I'm getting an error message. Unblock consistent, unblock port channel 1, port consistency restored. Okay, that's just a message. So now on these switches here, we have to assign VLANs on them. So we have to assign VLANs on them. If you should check now, interface port 1 and 2 is already trunked, so there's nothing we can do there. So what we'll do is enable configure terminal. They will say interface FA0/2 to 24, 3 to 24. Come on, let me check. FE0 FE is fast internet. So interface range, sorry. So mind you, we need to configure VLAN. So we say VLAN 10 name users, then configure exit, then say interface range, then switch port mode, switch port mode access, then switch port access VLAN 10. So say do right. So let's check now if we have VLAN 10. Yes, we all have VLAN 10. We'll do the same here as well. So say enable configure terminal, then we say VLAN 20 name admin, then we say interface range FA0 3 to 24, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. Switch port mode. I thought I created VLAN 20. Switch port mode. Switch port mode access. I think that was what I did. Okay, sorry. So this should be 20. Yeah, correct. So we'll have to configure this now. We'll say enable configure terminal. So VLAN 100 name servers, exit interface range FA0 / 3 to 24, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 100. Go right. So this should have VLAN 100. All right. So we've done that. So now, what we have to configure now is we have to configure these servers. So that's what we'll be configuring next. So for us to configure the servers, we just start with this static 192.168.100.10. So the gateway will be 192.168.100.1. DNS server will be, I'll just use a 192.168. Let's just use 8.8.8 as DNS server. 8.8.8.8. So these are DNS server here. So this will be our DCP. So these are DCP. Then let's call this our web server. 192.168.10.100.12. Ctrl C. Then 8.8.8.8. So configure that. Then we'll close. 10, 12, this will be 11. So just come here and say squad is 11. 8.8.8.8. So after configuring this, we'll close. Then let's try to communicate with our DHCP server 192.168.100.10. Let's see if we'll get communication. We can't communicate with our server, inside server, not even outside server, inside server. So after I restarted my packet tracer, it started working. So I think it's just some issue with packet tracer. You know, the packet tracer itself is a JavaScript program, so sometimes you have issues. So let's try to ping our gateway. That's where we know if we have any problem. Okay, we can communicate with our gateway. So I think everything is working fine. So far so good. We can communicate to our gateway. So let's try to see if we can communicate with another VLAN. Ping 192.168.10.1. Yes, we can ping to other VLANs. So what we need to do now is to create a DHCP pool. So these are DHCP. So we have to create a DHCP pool. So this DHCP pool will be the one that will be distributing the IP addresses. So let's turn it on. We'll call this user pool. Then we'll just add the gateway 192.168.10.1. So the DNS server as usual is 8.8.8.8. Then here will be 10. And I like starting from 15. You should know me, like starting from 15. So this will be 255. So the reason is 255 because of this subnet mask. So 255. Then let's add. Then after add, let's call this admin pool. So this admin pool will be 20. And here will be 20. So let's add. We've done that. So now let's try to see if we'll get DHCP address. So let's see if we'll get DHCP from our machine. So our DHCP, we're supposed to get an address. I don't know, it's taking time. Oh, it failed. So obviously there's a problem somewhere. Okay, successful. So at first it failed, but it later worked. So let's check. Successful. Let's check. Successful. We're getting DHCP. So our network is working fine. Let's check from here. Successful. Let's check. Successful. And also let's check. Successful. So our machine was successfully got an IP address. So now let us check this switch. What we want to check now is for EtherChannel. So what we just run this code to say show EtherChannel summary. So you can see now LACP gigabits 20, 21, 22. So obviously we have EtherChannel running on these devices. So let's go with this other switch. I will check for EtherChannel. Enable, and let us post it here as well. So we say show. Yes, you can see we have EtherChannel running. So now let's check for STP. If we have STP running, so yeah, we have STP running. You can see STP is running on what? On this pool here. You can see. So that is how the packet runs fast. I want to see if I can turn on the simulation to see. Let's turn on the simulation. And okay, come on, let me pause it. Let me try to reset it. Sometimes this simulation acts crazy. So this is from here. Send a message from here. I want it to deliver here. So let's turn it on. We want the message to get to this pool here. So that's what we're doing. So this is the message. You remember, we want the message to get delivered here. It's going. You notice it's saying error. It got delivered. It got delivered here. Then it's going back. You can see the channel is following. It's going back. It's going back. Then come in here. Then it will get delivered here. Yes. So it was successful. It traveled successfully. So that is how it works. So thank you for joining this session, and I know we've learned a lot, so I want us to still sit back and get more interesting videos like this. If you have any comments or anything you don't understand, you can reach out on the comment section and I'll be very happy to put you through. Thank you, and it's nice having you here on my channel. Bye bye.